So, Ohio Pass, kids. We're only a couple of miles in. I'm coming from the wrong end, so to speak, which is coming down from 133 Carbondale, Keebler Pass. Yeah, you cut off Keebler Pass about 23 miles. Colours up high are changing a little bit, but it is spectacular. Oh my god. This road goes for quite a bit further. I'm going to explore a little bit more, but we'll see how we go. When the colours are full change, this will be amazing. Just this spot right here. So I'm going to geotag this, make sure I know where I'm coming back to. And I'll be back in a few days or a week. Yeah, unbelievable. I'm going to get to work. All right. Kind of him to go nice and slow. So what I am seeing way off in the distance, it's probably a good 10-12 miles away. Oh no, I'm not super good at judging distance. That's probably a good 15-20 mile drive, and that's the trailhead is the castle spires, and oh my god, that's filthy. My cloth. I got a cloth somewhere. I know I do. There it is. Okay. Yeah, it's the Castle Spires, and you can get there down Swampy Trail, I think it's called. It's like a 12-mile hike. And yes, normally I would have a footer on the lens, but I wasn't particularly thorough because I knew this was just a scouting trip. But some nice clouds, and actually the way the light's getting thrown over there, it's actually really quite nice. So yes, I appreciate I would not normally do this, especially for a pretty heavy lens. Nice. So I was thinking of hiking down there next week, but oh wow. So this is almost like a, to me it reminds me of Arches National Park or Monument Valley, but in Colorado granite form. So yeah, you can see that patch of light down there, and that's just flowing across, even though we're late in the day, 11 a.m. but right off in the distance you see the reddish caps and the patches of snow right there is the castle spires. I'll try and show you on the back of my camera. We'll zoom in. Yeah, look at that. Oh, that's pretty juicy. So that is looking due west. So if I could get a sunset when the sun dips below that rear ridge line behind it, I think that's the Anthracite Peaks. If I have cloud behind me to the east and nothing over there, I might get some really nice reflected light on there. Or even if there's just some mid-level clouds, that might be absolutely gorgeous. But anywho, like I say, this is just scouting, so really we're really just playing here. So it looks terribly overexposed on the back of my camera, but you never really can tell. That looks pretty overexposed there as well. Alright. Nothing out there. Okay. I'm just making sure I'm not clipping on that right side for the highlights, which I actually probably am for the sky anyway. Let's do this. Underexposed horribly for the land. And then we'll do a nice exposure there, and then if I can be bothered, I'll do a nice little blend on that. But yeah, again, some clouds coming in, which is nice, so that'll change everything up a little bit. I didn't bring any filters or anything, not that I'd really shoot in this light normally anywho, but you've just got these bands, these very young aspens here in this rock slide area, probably an avalanche originally, and then an older one behind, and then much older ones going up. Yeah, this might be a little while until this actually turns. This close stuff will turn for sure, and you can see behind me quite a bit of this is lightening up. But it's just spectacular country. And I mean, I live in a beautiful valley, but man, this is something else. I bet it's going to be busy next week, all the leaf peepers, if they're going to be going by the forecast. But here I think it's actually going to be quite a bit later if I want this ablaze with gold, which I would love to do. That might be 2 or 3 weeks away. So I think I'm going to be spending a fair bit of time out here, but I love this location. I'm going to walk up a bit further so I can see around that corner. Okay, and just walking, I was just literally 10 yards down there. I just moved that tree over, and now that whole anthracite ridge with the castles in front of it. Oh, beautiful. These maybe I'd do something a little bit interesting with these rocks in the foreground when I come back. Maybe if I can get low enough with the wide enough lens, maybe I can kind of have this rock and that rock, put that V right on the spires. Try not to fall and break my ass out. Yeah, I'll have to get really low to do that, but you can see just with that perspective change, it brings the spires up above the ridgeline because I'm going lower down relative to the front of it, and that might be nice. It's kind of dull right now, but yeah, I would imagine sunrise here and sunset would be very nice, and there's plenty of room to park, so I wouldn't imagine it would get too overly crowded. But I'm just going to do a simple pano of the anthracite ridge now. While I've got those nice clouds, and then the sun's behind that big cloud right now. Better get a move on. Ay. Very excited. Very glad to be home. Very glad to be working again.